Sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our host, President Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, and his wife, Mrs. Bola Obasanjo, Her Excellency, the President of Liberia, and Chairperson of ECOWAS, and Chairperson of the grand opening of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Mrs. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, all presidents present here, Your Excellencies, all former presidents present, all former vice presidents, former acting presidents, and prime ministers present. The former United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyauku, our chief host, the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Governor Ibikunle Amosu, and all governors and former governors here present, members of the National Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, His Royal Majesty Prince Michael of Kent, members of the Diplomatic Corps, heads of international organizations, royal fathers here present, the Alafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Very few human beings have a chance to make history, and fewer still have the good fortune of both making history and writing it as you go along, and living long enough to even establish a library of history in your own words. Baba Olusegun Obasanjo is certainly one of those truly rare human beings. There are at least two advantages to writing history. There's a personal one. You can add a few nice things about yourself. Baba gave me an elbow when I suggested that I could not see so clearly what the grades in his report cards were as we examined them. Anyway, to be fair, one of them showed that he had scored 91%. But the more serious advantage is that it is one sure way of preserving the lessons, the failures, and the successes of the past, just so that we can approach the future with more sure-footedness and less pain. History is the most compassionate teacher. At some point in time, we were told that the adage, experience is the best teacher, was profound wisdom. But now we know that it is only half of a wise Welsh saying. The full statement of that adage is that experience is the best teacher for a fool. A wise man does not need the pain of experience. History is a kinder and more compassionate teacher. President Olusegun Obasanjo is therefore a gift to us all in various ways. Being so intricately tied to the history of Nigeria, from a few years away from independence to the Civil War, to military rule, and then head of state, the head of state who kept faith with the Nigerian people by ensuring a transition to civil rule. And then from retirement and farming. And then from retirement and farming to being twice elected as president of Nigeria and handing over to another president. At every turn, he recorded his views and perspectives, and his perspectives, especially of the times that he was in various books, in articles, in lectures, and now in this amazing monument to an even more incredible life of service to our nation, to our continent, and to our world. We are fortunate that he's not only a live participant and sometimes victim of the twists and turns of history in our nation and our continent, but he's also an enthusiastic and erudite and resourceful chronicler of its contours and its textures through the years. Aside from all else, his enduring legacy will be his belief in one strong, detribalized Nigeria. And this is so evident in the gathering of Nigerians here today. And also his belief in words and in practice, in an Africa united in vision and purpose. Again, that Pan-Africanist vision and passion is evident in the large number of Africans serving and former heads of states and governments here present. But we diminish his vision if we do not recognize his place as a world statesman. Even that is evident from the representatives of nations of the world that are present here today. I'm sure that as visitors to this library, especially young people, walk through this magnificently creative place, they will learn from both what they see and hear, but perhaps more what is unsaid, that our place in history, the history of our society, is not what we manage to take from it, but what we manage to give it. The more selfless the giving, the more historic. I'm privileged to be here to celebrate, especially in this library, a man who has given and continuously gives, an authentic African icon, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Very happy birthday, Baba. May your tribe increase. Thank you.